Hi everyone, welcome to Trax Gaming, and in the long list of professions that we need to set up, it's about time we do enchanting. Well, it's about time. It's the third video that we are actually doing. And you will notice the difference between now and the last two videos. The last two videos I recorded at night. Yes, it was so busy. So for enchanting, there is a reason why I am at my garrison. There is a good reason. But first, let's open up enchanting. Now, in the series Let's Goldcap, Miss has taken over enchanting once again. And in the past 2 or 3 weeks, she completed all of the rank 3s. Naga Hide is up at the moment. I probably should get that. But even though with rank 2s, it is still profitable. 2 weeks ago, I uploaded the video how shuffles destroyed enchanting, and I'm using those formulas that we have here. For Expulsom, this is based on the Tailoring Bracer shuffle. If you want to have these and you want to know how it is calculated, it's best that you are going to see that video. I think it came up for Expulsom pricing in the first video on Alchemy as well. So it will be up in the top corner once again. Everything for enchanting is determined by the average buy price of Tidespray Linen. And this is for 100 bracers, and then we take off everything that you get back from scrapping, and this is the mat price for nylon thread. I could just put in just 52 copper, but yeah, we like to do it fancy, and if you can copy it, it doesn't matter what you put in because you're using my stuff, and I don't have a problem with it. Just take it, and then the amount of average expulsum that you get from scrapping 100 bracers. Now, doing this, I'm using the 15 blue bracers out of 100 crafts. That's the proc rate for the green bracers to proc uncommon, which is blue. And this is a variable number just to divide how much of the total price is going into either veiled crystals, Umbra shards, and gloom dust. And I switch these up. Let me just adjust this. Now, if you go to that video, how shuffles destroyed enchanting, there is a spreadsheet, and these formulas are in that spreadsheet. If you don't want to go to that spreadsheet, you will find these formulas in the description below the video as well. If you want to use tailoring shuffles, if you never ever have bought any Tidespray Linen, this is not going to work for you. So that is how I determine Expulsom for all of my characters, because I do shuffle quite a lot, Miss even more, and Savvy the most of them all. But it also determines our prices for enchanting. Now, I'm going to show it in the crafting reports. If I go to Veiled Crystals, you're going to see mine costs 61 gold to make. So this is the formula. And if I go to Veiled Crystals, the market value is 355. The minimum buyout right now is 228. It is dropping. I think people are done stocking. And I produce my veiled crystals for 61 gold. If you saw that video and you saw the recap that came Umbra shards. If you saw the Let's Goldcap recap video that came after that, you know that we made 400,000 gold just by flipping. Now, the Umbra shards are worth 47, yeah, and 32 minimum buyout, and we produced them for 17 gold. And then Gloom dust, 2 gold, 18. 3 gold, 13 minimum buyout, and the market value is 839. And that is why we craft a lot of cheap enchants. So let's see. Do I have... I don't have any of the Najatar ones on rank 3. But let's just take a look. This is costing me 439 gold to make. Minimum buy right now is 939. So we almost make like 3 times the profit of what we put into this just by shuffling. And that's for enchanting. That's how everyone does it. But it requires you the tools of the trade, the Iwan's enchanting rod. Let's go down. This one, you have to have 150 skills in tailoring. As soon as you hit it, reload, speak to the trainer, you will receive a quest. It's a quest line. For Horde it will bring you to Drustvar. I don't know if Alliance brings you to Drustvar as well. If you finish the quest chain, you will be able to craft this, and all these items are coming from Wake Rest. You can get them on normal, so if your item level is above 410, 420, you can easily solo the dungeon. You can get them from trash, so you don't need to kill any boss. Just go in, kill trash, get out, reset if you're having a hard time with bosses. And you have the tools of the trade. And the tools of the trade, I'm gonna get the spreadsheet just really quick from the shuffles. Let's see where I put it. Okay, so just have to see that I'm not coming in front of any numbers we have to have. So we don't really disenchant green items. I don't have real values for this, except you get like 900% more gloom dust. It's only almost 100 bracers we disenchanted. So I know the more you disenchant, the better it is. For rare items, you get 144% the gloom dust, twice the amount of Umbra shards, and also 1/4 of a chance to get veiled crystals. And if you disenchant epic items, you will get 110% to get an Umbra shard, so you're gonna get at least one for every epic you disenchant, and then 126, so every 4 epics that you disenchant, you will get a 5th veiled crystal. In combination, if you look at the entire price is set up for the blue bracers that we do to shuffle into getting Expulsom, and then the blue ones we do for disenchanting. So yeah, to get the explanation of all this, just watch that video. It just means my gloom dust is cheap, my Umbra shards are cheap, and veiled crystal is cheap as well. So I invest X amount of gold, and I will make that back just by putting that cost into Expulsom. That means all of the disenchanting stuff is basically free. And that is why competition is so hard on enchanting. Enchanting is probably the same, together with tailoring, is one of the hardest professions in BFA right now. General opinion for people who start from scratch. Probably, and now alchemy as well. So alchemy, you have to have rank 3, and you have to get the tools of the trade. It's the same for enchanting on a lot of servers. If you don't shuffle, you will have to have all rank 3s, and you're gonna have to have the tools of the trade. So that's it for BFA enchanting. You will see you have the sale rates. A lot of items have a very high sale rate. Enchants will always be in demand, especially when a new patch comes up. We're all waiting for 8.3. I'm going to switch this just to go back and view at other stuff. I'm going to switch for Legion to another character because I just got enchanting for this character just for BFA. Otherwise it was just this enchanting soulbound stuff that I had. Why am I in my garrison? This is also my tailor. So I'm gonna end up doing hex weave bags. But can I go back just a little bit more? Yeah, I got sumptuous fur, but hey, every now and then you have these spoils of the raids. So this is Blackrock Foundry, you have High Mall treasures, and you also get mounts. So every time you go back to your garrison, if you have these spoils or treasures, you will get a free disenchant. You get a temporal crystal. You have all these garrison resource missions, so you will never ever fall without resources, so you can do the quests. If you did Draenor, it's not a priority. If you haven't done Draenor, don't bother with it. Do the big amounts first before you come back to these small things. But also, you will get mounts. Region market value is 1,170 gold for the Coalfist Grongling, and the Cinder Pup is 105 gold. This is all free. You just use a Hellstone, you do a few clicks, and you're out. And because I do tailoring, I always just farm up the sumptuous fur I need. I'm too cheap to buy this because in like 10 minutes I got a full stack of sumptuous fur, and I'm ready to go for another week to do my cooldown to get the work or the resources done. And I just kill these wolves. Sorry for Alliance. I know a lot of people go to Nagrand, they set traps. It's a good way. Do it whatever you feel is good for you. I just do this, like get a full stack, and then I also get these transmog items. So a little bit into transmogging. The weapons are good. Why? Because they're big and bold, and people buy big and bold transmogs. If you don't list them for crazy amounts of gold, it will go out the door. This is also something I got back from missions. So this is all free enchanting stuff. I got 2 temporal crystals. Here comes number 3, shoulders. I have collected that appearance so I can disenchant this. So this is rather cheap, 60 gold market, minimum buyout right now. It's a low sale rate. Just disenchant this. You will get Dryanic dust. I'm gonna go through the operations just to show a few things that are in there. Things you can specifically watch out for. And that's why I put them aside. The illusions. You have Azeroth. Let's do it in order. Azeroth, Outland, Northrend, Cataclysm, Pandaria, and then finally Draenor. I sold an Outland just a few days ago. I don't know if I picked it up already. I can't remember the last recap. I got so much stuff on my mind. I sold one for 11,399 gold. This character just recently started doing these. And it just, actually not from this character, since we made the switch to this server. Northrend one, rather cheap to make all this stuff. But it sells like 5,000 gold, region market. My server is the lowest, probably. 5,000 gold or 4,000.3, 9.3, 4.2. Sale rate is 7 and 5, so you won't queue them by default. Just remember, also a lot of the old enchants, there are a lot of enchants which are profitable to make, and they still get bought because people put them on their heirlooms. Don't forget, if you go to, let's say, Legion. What do you have in Legion? Toys and pets. The Cauldron, 11,000 gold. Enchanted Pen, 21k. I have one sold for 19.3 in the mailbox right now. The Torch, 14,000 gold. The Brazier, 26,000 gold. What did people do in Legion? Stonehide Bracer shuffling. Skin bracers. Skin, make bracers, disenchant, or buy Stonehide leather. Probably not enough Stonehide leather right now on the market. Just to get Leylight shards, and then do the same thing with Storm Scale leggings. cheap to obtain, to skin and farm, and then make the legs, and then disenchant the legs, or the pants or the boots, one of the two. I need to look it up just to be sure, but yeah, a lot of people do all that kind of stuff. I think even these enchants will sell from time to time. Mark of the Claw, 0.11 sale rate. Deadly, nope. 23, Mark of the Hidden Satire. Could be used for 101 Twinks people who still do this. 0.06 is quite high for an older enchant. Let's be honest. As soon as an expansion is over, the amount of stats increase that you get from new items make this all irrelevant. And still, it does sell. If you go to Warlords, Weapon Enchant, hold on to you here. Mark of the Thunderlord. I sold this a couple of times on my old server. Look at the market value, 2.8. Let's say region market average, 1.8. Warsong, 1.2, 1.4. These are even selling quite well. If you're going to ask me what do you do for older enchants, even older ones, I do occasionally do transmog farms. And whenever an item is not so valuable, I will just disenchant this. I do the disenchant scan as well. You can see it in episode 7, my engineering routine from the Let's Goldcap series. Video will be linked up in the description. That's how you get a lot of cheap disenchanting stuff. I do like shuffle because that's why you often combine enchanting with tailoring. It's just simple stuff. Like here, linen boots just requires you 3 bolt of linen. And light leather as well. Let's go to the belts. I think we have to pick up a belt. Nope, we're not gonna use a belt. Here, bracers. Same thing, bracers. Green dye, cheap. Bolt of linen, cheap. Coarse thread, cheap. Make this, get strange dust and lesser magic essence in return. You can do the same with wool. I think wool requires something else. You just have to look it up. What's easy? Heavy woolen gloves. Here you go. Strange dust and greater magic essence. You can do this for silk. You can do this for mage weave. Just find something that is very cheap to craft. You can do it with windbull bracers. You can do it with ember silk. I think you have to do the cloak for ember silk. I'm not 100% sure. You just go through and see which requires you the least amount of materials. And you just shuffle like you do in BFA and like you did for Legion. You get all these cheap enchanting materials. When I do like Crimson Whelpling farm, let's put the map here. Don't do it on this character. But if I do like Crimson Whelpling farms, there's a lot of videos on that oh yeah, it's here. Wetlands. It is just here. Kill the dragonkin here and the whelp stealers just to get the Crimson Whelpling, which is worth like 35,000 gold. You will get a lot of linen cloth and wool cloth. And I just simply shuffle them from time to time. Get some cheap enchanting materials. And I just queue a few things with profit. List them and they end up getting sold. Last recap I sold like 3 old enchants. It's a while ago since I have been doing that, and I should do it more often. Every time, like usually I'm the last one to go to bed, so I usually watch a little bit of Netflix and I could just craft. You can make a macro using the item ID just to disenchant blindly. There is one on Discord in the macro section. I have it here. To disenchant. Let's see, macro. Disenchanting macro. This is for Tidespray Linen Shuffle, and then also for the honorable offhand, sinister offhands. TSM has the destroy function, like /TSM destroy, but it's buggy as hell. TSM destroy does not work. I can disenchant this one and have a queue of 20, and it freezes after the first one. You will get your materials, don't worry. But the button just grays out like the combined partial stacks. And you won't get any further. You need to do a reload in order to use it again. And you end up disenchanting manually. Like, see, my disenchant is even just on a keybind. And if I do one of those BFA items, I put it in here. And I can disenchant those. Also, when Horde side, yeah, it's a little bit of a privilege. You will find what's it called? The Garnite Hell mount as well. It goes for like 1,000 gold on most servers. But you just end up here. If you are here, just fly out. It's easy, just a few minutes flying. And you end up with the wolves. And for some reason, I always have to find my way around. Savvy mostly farms these. I do it from time to time, especially when I'm on my Demon Hunter. But my Demon Hunter is on the old server. I think it's here at the trees. Let's remove that one. I think it's here somewhere. Whenever I see trees, or it's just here at the side. Somewhere here. Let's fly over there. And I just continue to talk. So if I would do an occasional stream and somebody can trigger me into talking about gold making, yeah, I'm not gonna shut up. That's basically it. I want to talk about gold making, go ahead. I think I'm gonna make an appearance in the voice section on Discord. Yeah, we found it. Yay, Garnite Hell. Right here on the side. That's what we need. No Karosh. And you know what the best part is? Garnite Hell has a 100% drop rate. It's just some easy tricks. And okay, I show this in Disenchanting. People just have to follow every video. Ta-da! Right now, oh, somebody flipped these. There's a huge shortage of Garnite Hells, so it's up to 5,000 gold, but usually it's about 1,500 gold, like region market value. Easy gold, right? So I'm gonna switch over to my shaman. Let's see a few more of the enchanting items, especially for Legion. I have the tomes of illusions on that character. We're just gonna see how cheap this is to make. And how much profit we are gaining from it. I will do a Q on that character. So in this character, the only thing I don't have learned right now is the Formula Enchanted Tiki Mask, which is just a companion for enchanters. But it's just easy to make 20 Gloom Dust and like 2 Umbra Shards. So whenever you make profit on that, do it as well. And you see here, you have the sale rates and you see the profit rate. See, Mark of the Claw, 9,000 gold profit. Let's see where the tomes are. I'll probably just look these up. Tome of Illusions, this is the profit rate. So they all make profit and it's all from stuff on the auction house. Essence of Water, I have an old video on that if you want to go and farm this. It doesn't take too long to get 5 Essences of Water. I actually did a video on the whole Tome of Illusion for Azeroth, I think. Yeah, I did one for this. It's a video from 2 years ago, so please don't laugh if you see it, but I have it. No, tomes are very good. Very profitable. If you queue like one of each, it's just easy. It's going to cost you a little bit to make, but... Okay, this is not 0.10 sale rate, but 0.07 for a cosmetic item is actually really good. So 18k, so that's double the profit. Let's go and select Enchanting, do a restock of the selected groups. Most of the old enchants are just one crafted item. Stuff that is higher, like BFA, has 5. Almost all of them have 5. Okay, I queued alchemy as well. So let's clear the queue again. No, smelting is still up from previous video. Okay, restock. And then I go to gathering and I select my character. If I go to crafting, 19,900 gold, and I will get 56,000 gold in return. But this is keeping in mind my material cost from shuffling BFA stuff. And a lot of them are queued here. A lot of enchants. Sold a lot of enchants today, so we need to restock. It's really necessary. But that's basically it for enchanting. Just follow the small things and don't forget about tools of the trade. If you are around somewhere where you could, like in the garrison, get a few armor pieces just cheap, and I just keep doing it because I have to be there as well for my hexweave bags. I need to visit the garrison. If you have the auction house trading post from the garrison, you probably spend a lot more time there than I would. But that's it for the video. Hope you find it useful. Have fun making all that gold, and I will see you in another episode. Bye-bye.